dx. You'll notice on this little picture they've drawn what I like to call a slice. A slice. Okay? Anytime you have vertical slices, you'll use x's. You may think, oh God, there's y's in our future. There are. So this would be vertical slices. And there's my vertical slice right there in the picture. Okay, but I digress. Here we go. So what we want to do now is top. Well, which one's on top? It appears to me to be the parabola. So that's going to come first. 2x minus x squared. And we have to subtract from that the one that's on the bottom. And that's x to the fourth. And our setup is officially complete. That's all we would have to do. At this juncture, you would plug it into your calculator. Here we go. Okay, it really doesn't matter which order you put them in there as long as you remember what you did, right? I have the parabola on top just because it is the top, but it's up to you. Okay, here we go, Math 9s. We're integrating from 0 to 1. Ay, ay, ay. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, in my case, y1 minus y2 dx. Another way of saying 7/15. Anybody confused? No one's confused. I told you this one was kind of fun. A lot of calculator stuff going on. Okay. So the answer is 7/15. Any questions on that one before I scroll down? Okay. Here we go. Little slice of area. This time we have a parabola, although it's a sleepy one. Parabola lying on its side. So it actually comes out here. Right, this is it. And a line cutting down through it. Okay. You would have to graph them, for one. The parabola is actually not that hard to graph. If you get x by itself, you have x equals a fourth y squared. I wouldn't even worry about any particular points on it other than that it was centered at the origin and it opens to the right because it's positive. So that's all I would really worry about with it. Just a little sketch. I think everybody can graph that line if you get y by itself and do y equals mx plus b, right? Okay, so you would have to find intersection points for this, though. I think I'm going to come down here to the bottom of the page and do that. I'm going to scroll down some so I can stay kind of out of the way of the other stuff. I'm going to go down here. Let's do it with y's. Let's do it with y's to be different. We did the parabola 1/4 y squared. Okay, let's go ahead and set that equal to the line. The line, if we got x by itself, let me come on over here and get x by itself for the line. The line is 4x minus 3y is 4. Okay? And now let's solve this. Why don't we get rid of the fractions right away? Multiply this by 4 over 1. So this will give us y squared is 4 plus 3y. Everybody on one side now. Okay, so far? Okay, so I know the y parts of the points of intersection. I know the y parts. And scroll back up a wee bit here. Okay, here's my parabola equation, 1/4 y squared. If I plugged a -1 in here, what would I get? If I plugged it just into this parabola, I'd get a 1/4. Okay, so down here I have 1/4 comma -1. Is everybody okay with that? This one up here is the one with the positive y value of 4. If I plug that into the parabola, I get 16/4 or plain old 4, so that's 4/4. Everybody happy with intersection points? Okay, no calculus yet. So I will put these intersection points here also. 1/4 -1 and 4, 4. Okay, so you'll see here on this very first picture, this vertical slice, you can barely see it, but it's there. Okay, here's my vertical slice. And what I notice here, they've actually drawn another one over here. Because for this very skinny piece right here by the vertex of the parabola, notice that the bottom is the parabola as well. Did everybody see that? The top is parabola, the bottom is parabola. If I come over here, though, that's not true. The top is parabola, the bottom is line. Guess what that means? Yep, you know it. 2 integrals. We can do it. Okay, so the first one, I got to think x's now, is going from an x value right from the origin, right? X value of 0 to an x value of, right here, 1/4. And what I have to do is top minus bottom. So the top, we said, was the parabola. We also said the bottom was the parabola, though. Okay? We know for vertical slices, or we talked about a little bit before, for vertical slices, we're going to use x's. We're going to use dx, and we're going to use x's. So what we're going to need to do is go back over here and solve this